घृणा प्रेम, धर्म अधर्म, साहस दुस्साहस के चक्रव्यूह पर आधारित एक ऐसा महाग्रंथ जो हर सदी में बना मानवता का आधार।
मैं चाहता तो नहीं, फिर भी युद्ध तो होगा।
प्रतिष्ठा, प्रभुत्व और आत्मसम्मान की महागाथा
On to the actual video. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Unshackled by Shambhavi. And today's video is about Bhishma Pitamaha and the butterfly effect of his choices. Let me preface this video by saying it doesn't matter if you're religious or not, if you look at Mahabharata as a religious text or not. Just from a story standpoint of view, it's an amazing story. It's probably one of my favorite stories. Just the intricacies of the plot, the real emotion, like the problems that people was highlighted in the story, the emotions that they played on was very real emotion. It's hell relatable family dynamics and the complication that come with it, and how it is so tricky. Like, jab the family se ladai kar rahi ho, which side do you take? Because it's the family internally fighting, right? So it's just so relatable. And also the dynamics that they show between immediate family, the extended family, and the people associated by marriage and shit. It's so just relevant today, especially in Indian context, right? So, like, one of my favorite stories. And just the complications, just the nuances on every character. No character is fully good, fully bad. You'll find, like, you look at Duryodhan, he is supposed to be the main villain, but he's fucking loyal to Karna. He has so much love for his father, for his mother, for his brothers and sister. So it's not a fully, ye pura villain hai, ye pura acha hai. Similarly with Pandav, there are flaws that they have. They couldn't stand up for their own wife. They made some shitty decisions. So nobody is perfect in that story. That's what makes it so beautiful. कहने को तो इसमें कहने के लिए भगवानों के अवतार and everything, you can look at it through that lens or not look at it. You cannot not look at the story as just this amazing story. And it hits me because I understand that stories set in whatever format, written, television, movies, whatever, however you want to look at it, stories leave the most lasting impact than just telling these things. It's very easy to say कि हाँ, family dynamic बहुत complicated होती है, कभी-कभी एक दूसरे से भी झगड़ा करना पड़ता है, but you should always stand up for what is right. And what is right is more important than your family. ये बोल के it doesn't have the same effect as Mahabharata does, right? Or any other story for that matter does. So yeah, I'm prefacing this by saying that. And Bhishma Pitamaha is probably one of my favorite characters because he's very intelligent. He knows. He's very, and not the literally intelligent, he's educated. He understands the world, and he's self-aware. He can introspect well, and he can also look at other people and have a sense of these people, right? And how this dynamic will play and what is the right thing to be done. He has all the great leadership qualities. He's inspirational. He can command people, but that's why I said he has leadership qualities. The thing is, that's what makes him so interesting, because Bhishma Pitamaha, I don't know if I should call it tagline, but the biggest quality about Bhishma Pitamaha is that he's the man of his words.
ये मेरी अखंड प्रतिज्ञा है।
And it's so much more serious than we are today. So the way it was his principle कि एक बार मैंने बोल दिया तो I'm going to stick to it no matter what. Literally no matter what. That's what he did throughout. So he was true to his principle. And that's such an attractive quality today because actually we can't even stay true to ourselves. So let alone true to other people. When we say stuff, we just say it like behoshi mein ji raha hai, aisa lagta hai, right? And to him to do that, it's an amazing quality to have. But that's the catch. It is a desirable quality and an amazing quality, but any quality, if you are reckless and you're not mindful of what you're doing, can turn into the biggest curse of your life, which is what happened to Bhishma Pitamaha. He was touted to become the king of that kingdom, right? And he was the right person for the job. He cared about his people. He He cared about what was right. He was not there for the power. He was not power hungry, right? He really cared about, and he loved people. He loved his father, he loved his brothers and sister, and eventually he loved his grandchildren and great grandchildren and stuff. But what went wrong was, look, he loved his father, and there's nothing wrong with loving your father or in loving anyone. But in that love, he abandoned his job. For him, his job was um, to think about the best for his country, right? And I guess people might come behind me for saying that, but it's the same thing as a politician putting the needs of his family first than putting the needs of the nation. Look, I'm not saying he should have killed his father. Like, कोई atrocity की बात नहीं कर रही, but बहुत simple चीज़ है. If he is supposed to be a leader, and his position is so much more dire, right? Because, and I'm not demeaning anybody else whose decision is not directly impacting so many people. But if you know you're in a position where your decision is impacting hundreds and thousands of people, you have to be that much more cautious. You can't make decisions out of simple emotions. I'm not saying you ignore it or suppress it. You can find better solutions perhaps, but you cannot make decisions on basis of your emotions, because unfortunately the job that you have picked requires you to be level-headed, one, and requires you to do the right thing, not the thing that feels comfortable in that moment, not the thing that feels like it will ease your pain, but the thing that is the right thing to do, which is where Bhishma Pitamaha failed. And he failed so spectacularly that the failure of that decision echoed for generations to come in that family, right? Which is what is so fascinating about it. And so relevant also. His choice was a butterfly effect. And not only was he not able to take the right decision then and there in context to his father, because he took that decision to kind of respect that decision, he had to make the same choice again and again and again. It's the same thing as us knowing that what is happening in front of us is wrong, but not either willingly or unwillingly not doing anything about it. And I believe it's a choice. Not doing something is a choice, right? And Bhishma Pitamaha, by choosing his father over the kingdom, had made that choice for years to come. Right? He should have thought about, if I am the right person for this job, jo aayega, will he be the right person? Will he do the best for the country? He did, right? So it was very, very selfish in that moment. And you might come to me and say, okay, what is wrong in being selfish? Yes, there is. The thing is, we are taught to be selfish in this day and age. The problem with that is by believing that, we believe that being selfish is a good thing. I'll tell you it's not, because we live in a community. We are not isolated. ऐसा नहीं हवा में तैर रहे हैं अपने अलग से कर रहे हैं. Since we are intertwined with each other, we are interdependent on each other. Human beings, the planet, the nature, everything is interdependent. You cannot be selfish. We cannot be selfish, because by being selfish, ऐसा लग रहा है कि हम उस moment में खुद का कुछ अच्छा कर रहे हैं, but in reality we are just making it worse for ourselves, because जब consequences आएंगे, चाहे वो किसी भी context में हो. Take climate change for example. तुमने किया ना हो, किसी ने अपनी selfish need के लिए किया ना, so consumerism के वजह से, या just कि okay, this is to do something about it is so much, it's a hard work and whatever is the reason you didn't do something because selfish, the effect तुम भाग नहीं सकते हो, right? So that's the same logic. That's why I believe कि being selfish is not the right thing. Working on yourself and understanding and giving and acknowledging is one thing, but doing everything for own selfish need when you know that will hurt the other people is not the right thing, which is what Bhishma Pitamaha did. And it makes it worse because he knew he was doing the wrong thing, right? He knew in the coming years कि जो उन्होंने किया उसकी वजह से ये सब हो रहा है, which is what happened. So that's the kind of that character struck such a chord in me, because even in my situation, in my family, it's not like पूरा family मिल के परेशान कर रहा है, right? There's only one or two people who are in the front line में परेशान कर रहे हैं. But there are other people who know that something wrong is happening, but they refuse to say something about it. And I'm sure you all must have kind of experienced this in one way or the other. कोई सड़क पे छेड़ रहा है, कोई बुली कर रहा, आसपास के लोग ऐसे नहीं, सब मिल के बुली कर रहे, बट द साइलेंस और द इनएक्शन इज व्हाट डज यू रॉन्ग, which is what Bhishma Pitamaha के साथ हुआ. So the basically the conclusion I made out of it is any kind of quality in isolation is not a good thing, right? His quality was that he was man of his words, and it sounds like a good thing, but that depends on what you do with that quality. He chose to kind of go by his emotion, was selfish in his love, so he made the wrong choice. अगर उन्होंने वो choose नहीं किया होता, the story of Mahabharata wouldn't have existed. So I'm kind of, like, story point of view say I'm glad, but you understand the character, and it was just so sad because through years, when he could see that his decisions has led to this point, he just became exceptionally more sad and sad and sad. And because of his choices, which was all associated with this one big choice, he also had to fight from a side that he didn't support because of his choices. So that's what I'm trying to say. The thing is, you have to be, as scary as it sounds, you have to understand that every choice has a consequence. And while तुम्हें लग सकता है कि इस मोमेंट में ये छोटी सी जो चॉइस है, इससे तो अभी की बातें बाद में देखेंगे, नहीं होता है. It culminates. It becomes a habit, it culminates, and धीरे धीरे you reach a point where you can't do shit about it, right? And it sounds scary, I know. But you know what? I believe what needs to be done is, we should all, when you're taking any kind of decision, big or small, जैसे health के context में decide करना ज़रूरी है कि you are going to work on your health, you're going to live a healthy lifestyle. It's not easy to follow through that decision, sure. But you know long term में उसका फ़ायदा ज़्यादा है, so you choose in each and every moment to live through that decision, right? And you choose the right thing to do, not the thing that makes you comfortable, not the thing that is driven by your emotion, but what is the right thing to do, and you'll know it. I can't tell you what to do, but I will implore you to just kind of think about what is the right thing to be done here. And not right thing as selfish need, but just right thing, like sahi cheez kya hai? That's how I can say it, and that's what it is, and you know what I mean, right? Do the right thing, not the emotional thing, not the selfish thing, not the selfless thing, not the people pleasing, nothing. तुम्हें पता है क्या करने की ज़रूरत है, वही करो. And have faith that it will culminate to a beautiful life. Life में यार problem है. You can pick this battle or pick that battle. It's better to pick this battle because the outcome of this battle is so much more happiness for yourself and people around you, versus momentary pleasures seek करोगे. Moment पे तुम्हें अच्छा feel करने के लिए तुम एक दो decision make कर लोगे. It will never lead you to good things. That I can guarantee. So yeah, that's what I felt. Let me know if I missed out on something. Like, this is what I, understood about Bhishma Pitamaha, and that's why he fascinated me so much, and I kind of wanted to talk about it. I know people around me who are like him, not in the terms of man of word, but just knowing what is the right thing to do, but just stuck so much in their choices that they have made through the life that they can't do shit about it now. So it's a very pitiable way of being. I could only pity Bhishma Pitamaha, and I could only pity all these people in my life who were kind of walking that similar path. So let me know if you have also kind of observed this, and let me know if you like this format of breaking down a character, and I will come back with more such characters. If you have a suggestion, feel free to drop in the comment or email me. The email is all set in the about page. That's about it for the video today, guys. See you next time, not the next time.